We all overeat sometimes. When your mom's homemade lasagna is bomb, you allow yourself to go for seconds, am I right? When you indulge in a large piece of chocolate cake, we thoroughly enjoy the experience, unless of course you prefer vanilla or red velvet. Binging, however, just hits different. For people diagnosed with binge eating disorder or BED, overeating is a compulsive, self-soothing act aimed at reducing emotional distress. In a 2006 study conducted by Mashem and Grillo, anxiety, sadness, loneliness, tiredness, and anger were cited as the top 5 emotional states associated with triggering binge eating. Now, if emotional eating is something that you personally struggle with, then this video is for you. Today, I will be going over the high-level steps that have helped me personally and many others finally find true food freedom. Please note that this video is intended to complement and therefore goes hand in hand with my new workbook over on Etsy. So whenever you're ready to change your eating habits, this tool is available to you in the link down below. Binge eating disorder is the most common eating disorders in the United States. According to the American Psychiatric Association, BED is defined as recurring episodes of eating significantly more food in a short period of time than most people would eat under similar circumstances, with episodes marked by feelings of lack of control. Someone with binge eating disorder may eat too quickly, even when he or she is not hungry. The person may have feelings of guilt, embarrassment, or disgust, and may binge alone to hide the behavior. The disorder is associated with marked distress and occurs on average at least once a week over 3 months. So wait, am I overeating or is this BED? Binge eating disorder is much more than just overeating. BED is a serious mental health illness that impacts both one's psychological and physical well-being. It is characterized by the following symptoms. Now, please feel free to pause the video to either read or screenshot these. Although I'm not a fan of self-diagnosing, in case all of these sound strangely familiar to you, I hope it will act as the catalyst for you to take action. And although my workbook is intended for people diagnosed with BED, all of the exercises included can prove to be extremely useful for individuals wishing to overcome emotional overeating and improve their relationship with food in general. So yes, if you want to stop binge eating at night or snacking constantly out of pure boredom, you can definitely benefit from this tool as well. Using DBT to treat binge eating disorder. If you've already started using the workbook, you'll notice the exercises and tools are all rooted in dialectical behavioral therapy, or DBT. A number of studies concluded that other available treatments for BED that weren't rooted in the affect regulation model, like cognitive behavioral therapy, for example, failed to address emotional regulation deficits in individuals with binge eating disorder or bulimia nervosa. This led to a development of a dialectical abstinence framework that is currently a proven and effective treatment for individuals with binge eating disorder. The DBT framework for dialectical abstinence is a new way of looking at BED treatment, with specific skills to navigate an individual's behaviors around food. That being said, let's get right down to it and look at the 3 core steps to finding food freedom. Number 1, understanding your relationship with food. We cannot control what we first don't understand. And to truly understand your relationship with food, you first need to observe your current eating habits by tracking your intake and identifying recurring triggers and cognitive distortions. Number 2, coping with negative emotions. Now, research shows that people with BED often have other conditions such as depression or post-traumatic stress disorder. Despite all of this food talk, eating disorders are rarely about food. They're about feelings. In BED, the symbolic act of binging is a self-soothing behavior. It's a desperate attempt to mute overwhelming negative emotions or thoughts. So the second chapter in the workbook is all about cognitive restructuring and effectively coping with your uncomfortable or painful emotions like anger, loneliness, and sadness. And finally, number 3 is normalizing healthy eating behaviors. After years of being stuck in the restrict binge cycle, we tend to lose our ability to listen to our innate hunger and fullness cues. The final chapter in the workbook starts off with the hunger and satiety scale, which is a tool designed to help you reflect and gauge when to eat, how much to eat, and when to stop. The other steps that you need to take on your healing journey are finding alternatives to binge eating, creating a meal plan you can and will actually follow, learn about lapse acceptance, and practicing the basic principles of self-acceptance. So with that being said, I truly hope that this video succeeded in encouraging you to take the first step towards overcoming emotional eating and finally finding food freedom. Small reminder that my new binge eating guided DBT workbook is available on my Etsy shop, Kindmind Academy, under $25 for a limited time only. Another incentive to stop postponing this and make your mental health a priority. Thank you so much for watching, guys.